we're going to be looking at the top 10 WWE superstars under 30 years old. The WWE's future is in fantastic hands, whether it's the 20-something-year-olds that are already crushing it on the main roster or the 20-something-year-olds that are developing and becoming the future superstars in the Performance Center and in NXT. So today we're going to celebrate those youngsters, those up-and-comers, and see who truly are the best WWE superstars under 30 today. By the way, happy birthday to Ilya Dragunov, you son of a bitch, you just turned 30, you were on my list until I found out you turned 30 today. Hey, as always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications if you're a wrestling fan. I am confident that you're going to fall in love with this YouTube channel because we upload daily wrestling content. We don't miss days here, folks. We upload from Monday to Sunday. We don't miss days, no days off, so subscribe. Oh, by the way, these are in no particular order, okay? All right, let's jump into it. All right, starting off the list, we have Rhea Ripley, who is currently sitting at 27 years old. She's 27 years old and it already has a resume of a WWE Hall of Famer. She has won the NXT UK Championship, NXT title, all of the women's titles that there are to win. She has headlined multiple WrestleManias, both with Charlotte Flair. This woman basically has already done it all, and she is the linchpin of one of the most popular and one of the biggest WWE stables in quite some time in the Judgment Day. I know they say that Judgment Day doesn't have any leaders, but we know that the wise mommy is running this show, okay? No, you can't fool us. And even though she's only 27 years old, already with a Hall of Fame worthy resume, she still has potentially another 15 plus years left in the tank. Just look at the likes of Asuka and Shayna Baszler, who are still operating at a very high level in their 40s. I can definitely see Rhea Ripley being one of those people. Honestly, my only concern with Rhea Ripley's longevity in the WWE is that she's gonna become so popular and so famous that she might leave the WWE for greener pastures like Hollywood. She is just that charismatic. I could definitely see her one day being plucked away from the WWE and being like that really major first female WWE superstar to cross over to Hollywood. She has that superhero movie action hero physique, so I could definitely see her making that jump someday. But for now, we get to enjoy mommy Rhea Ripley as she graces our screens with a different haircut every week. I adore Rhea Ripley. Everything that she's doing it just right. Not only is she a fantastic character worker, she's great on the microphone, she's great in the ring, she's a great presence as well when she's not even the focal point. Whenever she is ringside for a Judgment Day match, she tends to steal the show with her amazing body language and facial expressions. Like, this woman just understands how to get over. She is such a gem. While we're talking about mommy, why don't we talk about Poppy, Dominic Mysterio? If you told me a year and a half ago that I was gonna have Dominic Mysterio on this list, I would have called you crazy, because I was certain that this man was doomed to fail in the WWE, because his gimmick a year and a half ago was really just, I am Rey Mysterio's son. That's it. That's all. There was no substance. There was no dimensions or layers to his character. It was, I am just Rey Mysterio's really tall kid. But ever since he's left the Rey Mysterio shadow, he has carved out an amazing resume and a great career for himself, a career that I can see going on for another 25 years. Only 26, and I think I can say with confidence that he's the biggest heel in all of professional wrestling, not just the WWE at this point. I haven't seen somebody get this much nuclear heat ever, like literally ever. I can't think of anyone. He's still continuing to build up those accolades. He's already a two-time North American champion, but honestly, call me crazy, I could see him being a world champion one day with how he just continues to progress, not just as a character worker and as a mic worker, but also in the ring, because his action in NXT continues to improve him week by week by week. Because unlike the majority of main roster stars, Dominic Mysterio isn't just working Raw, he is working Raw, sometimes SmackDown, house shows, and NXT, so he's getting a ton of reps in the ring, and he continues to improve week after week after week. It is so apparent to me how much better he is if you were to compare his footage today compared to his footage a year and a half ago. Being pulled away from being Rey Mysterio's son as a character was a brilliant decision and genuinely saved this man's career. Dominic Mysterio is a gem to look out for the foreseeable future. Congratulations to I Am Omega for winning the $1,750 giveaway. And fellas, this week's giveaway is insane. We are at the $2,000 mark. For this giveaway, you can win $2,000 or you can take a PC and a PS5. You can take the cash or the prize. To enter, you just have to click the top link link in the description or the pinned comment. It'll take you to this landing page where you can see the prizes, and then click here to enter giveaway. Next, you'll have to put in your email and your username. Make sure you put in a valid email because that's where we'll contact you if you win. From there, it'll take you to the Capital One Shopping Extension install page. To enter your giveaway entry, you have to install the Capital One Shopping Extension to your browser. It is completely free and it'll take you about 30 seconds to enter. Once you've installed the extension, that's it. You are in for this giveaway and all future ones that we do with Capital One Shopping. We're gonna be doing the draw for this one fairly soon, so make sure you enter quickly. Now back to the video. At 29 years old, she just barely cracks the list. We have Liv Morgan. I'm gonna level with you. She took the spot of Ilya Dragunov. This was Ilya Dragunov's spot until I found out that he just turned 30 as of the making of this video. Literally like 10 minutes ago, I found out that he turned 30 today. Personally, I've still yet to get on that Liv Morgan bandwagon, but I have to admit she has a connection with audience, a connection that doesn't work with me admittedly, but I can see it plain as day that people love Liv Morgan. And if I'm trying to be objective about things, I can't just only pick WWE superstars that speak to me. I have picked WWE stars that to the wider WWE universe, and Liv Morgan is that person. From my perspective, what I will say is that even though I don't connect with Liv Morgan, she has continued to improve year after year after year. This last year of wrestling before her injury was some of her best in-ring work that I've ever seen from her ever since she joined the WWE, whether it was from NXT or in the main roster. And she's already been a women's champion, and I can see her being a multi-time women's champion moving forward when she comes back injury. I think the future is very bright here for Liv Morgan. Next up, we have Braun Breaker at 25 years old, who is the prized possession of the WWE Performance Center at this point. Braun Breaker, even though he comes from a legacy of professional wrestling with Diner Family, was a football player turned wrestler by the WWE Performance Center. I know that there's a lot of hate and a lot of hoopla, but the Performance Center only grabbing college athletes and molding them and turning them in professional WWE superstars. But you're going to see another example aside from Braun Breaker. This is why that formula works. Because yes, it is great to get independent stars and have them immediately be able to make an impact in the ring because they've already honed their craft all around the world in smaller independent organizations. But there's a ton of value in being able to mold a WWE superstar exactly how you want to mold them. And that's where the Performance Center comes in terms of molding college athletes. But Braun Breaker is an absolute animal, and he is so main roster ready, and I cannot wait to see more from him. This is a man that is going to headline multiple WrestleManias. Like, I am so confident in that. In the most recent episode of NXT, this man didn't just have interactions with the likes of John Cena, but he also had a proper interaction with The Undertaker. Oh, and he basically was confirmed to be the next Paul Heyman guy. So if you don't see what I'm seeing, you must need my Jim Cornette glasses, because to me, it is clear as day that this man is the future main event player in the WWE. He is the next face of the WWE. I, for one, am happy that they kept him down in NXT as long as they did. I'm glad that they gave him a run as a bad guy as well, to demonstrate to the world that he isn't just this cookie cutter, colorful good guy, that he has range in his character work, and he can be a good guy and he can be a bad guy. And he's done both of them to great effect. So I can't wait for the wider WWE universe to see more of Braun Breaker. Honestly, you can say everything I just said about Braun Breaker and say it about Tiffany Stratton at 24 years old. If you watch NXT No Mercy, that no disqualification street fight versus Becky Lynch, you might think that Tiffany Stratton has been working the independent circuit for the last 10 years. But the truth is that she has 2 years of experience in professional wrestling, because her background wasn't as an independent professional wrestler, it was as a college gymnast. She has 2 years of professional wrestling experience, and both of those years were captured in the Performance Center and in NXT. So she is a perfect example of how we can take that college athlete with no experience in the world of professional wrestling, mold them into the superstar of WWE's future. Just like Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton is going to main event WrestleManias, and she's going to be the face of the WWE women's division. She continues to develop develop her mic work, but I would say that her character work, her in-ring presence is already that of a main roster caliber superstar. And her God-given athletic ability and her gymnastics background make her just such a treat to watch in the ring. And I'm happy that NXT is becoming more popular with the wider WWE universe, because Yalgeti the future and Tiffany Stratton is it. She is the future of the WWE. I personally would like to see her do another 2-3 years in NXT. I don't need them to rush her. The WWE women's division already has plenty of work that they need to do with their existing roster. Just let Tiffany Stratton continue to cook down in NXT and develop her in-ring and mic skills, and she's gonna come up as an instant megastar. All right, for this next one, I decided to put both major WWE celebrity wrestlers, Bad Bunny at 29 and Logan Paul at 28. And I'm having them only take one spot because I didn't want them to take two. Whatever, it's my list. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that these two are collectively the greatest WWE celebrity wrestlers of all time, and it's not even close. Logan Paul is an athletic freak that just fits so perfectly in this world. The way that he has wrestling so quickly is absolutely mind-boggling. This man has had fantastic matches with The Miz, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Ricochet, and he's always delivering or being part of the highlight of the night. And then there's Bad Bunny, somebody who doesn't have that God-given athletic ability that Logan Paul has, clearly has the love and the passion to put the work in the ring, in the performance center, to become good in the ring. Because unlike Logan Paul, like Bad Bunny, like he doesn't scream athlete to me, yet he still puts on such a great performance in the world of the WWE. However, unlike Logan Paul, what came naturally to Bad Bunny, by the way, I'm not saying Logan Paul doesn't have this, but Bad is being able to play to the crowd, being able to put on a show, because WWE shows are small compared to what he does in his concert. So he was able to take that instant ability to connect with the crowd and guide a crowd and be a master of ceremonies and put in the work to become a decent in-ring performer, to become one of the greatest celebrity wrestlers that we've ever seen. I love these two. I want more Bad Bunny and Logan Paul in my life. I want on my WWE television at all times. You knew he was going to be on here, the 150 million hit man, Austin Theory. It's kind of crazy that he's only 26 years old, considering how long he's already been on the main roster. Austin Theory was a pandemic experiment, tossed into the WWE main roster during the pandemic because they needed bodies to be able to fill shows like Monday Night Raw. So it was a bit of a sink or swim situation for Austin Theory, but luckily for us as fans, this man had the desire to stick around, and he's still here delivering main event performances on a regular basis. Yes, he is a future world champion. I would not be surprised if he headlines WrestleMania within the next 5 years either. Clearly, the WWE adores Austin Theory, as they've already had him interact with two of the biggest WWE superstars of all time in John Cena and The Rock, and let's not forget taking a beautiful stunner from Stone Cold at WrestleMania 38. And all of this, and still only 26 years old. He hasn't even gotten a proper chance at the main event scene. He hasn't really gotten a chance at a main world title yet. Just you wait. Before he turns 30, Austin Theory is going to be holding gold. Important gold, not like mid-card or anything like that. World title gold. Next up, we have Carmelo Hayes, who's currently 29 years old. Look, I don't think that there's much that I need to say to justify this decision. Carmelo Hayes is also a future world champion. Frankly, I think he needs to have been in the main roster about a year. But honestly, I trust the process. If they want to take their time with Carmelo Hayes and bringing up when they feel he's 1,000% ready, when they feel like they have a storyline for him, I'm okay to wait. But I cannot wait for the wider WWE universe to be treated to him, Carmelo Hayes. This is definitely a bit of a reach, but to me, like if I had to compare him to somebody in the ring, he reminds me of a younger AJ Styles. If I have to pick one weakness, I don't love his mic work as of yet. I feel like his cadence, it can be a little bit formulaic, but he is at his best when he's with Trick Williams. So I hope that those two stick like this throughout their entire careers. Next, we have the big strong boy, Tyler Bate, who is 26, who has been with the WWE since he was 18. This man is just a technical marvel in the ring, and he does some freaky things in terms of strength for somebody his size. He's also just a 5-star match machine. Go watch some of his matches with Gunther versus Pete Dunne in NXT, and you'll be absolutely blown away by what man is capable of. And not only as a single star, he's also putting on 5-star tag matches when he was part of Mustache Mountain. So for the next 20 years, Tyler Bate is going to be a consistent match of the night performer for the WWE. I guess guess my one concern about him is that he is pretty short, and WWE has historically shown that they're not willing to give the baton to those short folks. It's a very rare occasion when they do. Just look at Chad Gable. How many times have we been screaming from the rooftops to let Chad Gable take the baton and run with it, and they just won't? That's my concern with Tyler Bate, that's going to be his ceiling, like a Chad Gable level type of performer where we know he's capable of more, but they won't let him. In terms of what he's doing now, he is putting on fantastic shows night after night after night on NXT. And weirdly enough, I think you can say the exact same thing I just said about Tyler Bate about Wesley, who is currently 28 years old, and again, just like Tyler Bate, puts consistent match of the night performances, and not just match of the night performances, match of the year candidate. But again, like a Tyler Bate, he's a smaller dude, so hopefully the WWE figures out really how to maximize what to do with these smaller guys, how to really get the most out of them in a main event scene if they ever get there. One of the things that I love about Wesley is his ability to have amazing matches with big guys. Like, one of my favorite matches this year is Wesley versus Dijak earlier this year at NXT Vengeance Day. So yeah, Wesley is one of those in the future to watch. He is such a treat. He does things that will just absolutely blow your mind as a high flyer. But his whole shtick isn't even just being a high flyer. It's just this like level of intensity that he brings in, because he can be a great technical wrestler as well. Anyways, I'll leave it there. I know that there are some that I left off, like the likes of Dragon Lee, that Roxanne Perez, that could have been on this list, but this is your chance to shine, comments. Let me know in the comments below who you think should have been in this list in terms of the best WWE superstars under 30 years old. That's it. I'm done. Get out of here.